Come, everybody type answers. I see that everybody getting tired already. Come. Last 3 questions to go. Type answers in quickly. Come. 516, 516. Any more? Okay, 4, 3, 2. Can. Okay. Most of you that type the answers, your answers are correct. Okay, so 516 is the first answer. Good. Okay, let's look at the first part of the question. It shows the prices of the tickets for a concert. The number of adult tickets sold was 5 times the number of child tickets sold. Okay, 5/8 of the adult tickets sold was below 60 years old. So what I will do is either you can solve by fraction or you solve by ratio. So I will solve by ratio, which is the method that most people are comfortable with. Okay, so adult to child will be 5:1. Then they tell you that adult, right? Okay, 5/8 of adult. That means adult needs to be out of 8. But currently it's 5. So we find the lowest common multiple, which is 40. Okay, of 8 and 5. Then you times 8. This will give you 8. Okay, now, so child will be 8 units, adult will be 40. Then we can split it further. So we know that we want to make the denominator 40, right? So you times 5 to get 40. Then your numerator will be 25. So that means adults that are below less than 60 years old is 25 units. And then more than or equals to 60 years old will be 40 minus 25, which is 15. So because of this, what fraction, of the tickets sold were for 60 years and above? So you want your fraction to be more than or equals to 60 out of the total. So that will be 15 out of 40 plus 8, which is 48, and that will give you with 5 out of 16. Okay, so that is your 1 mark. Next, what is the total number sold? What was the total number sold? Now, look here. Okay, this is price. And then what we have here is number of tickets. Number of tickets. So you notice that there's number, there's value, value in terms of price, So this type of question is quantity times value. Or we call it number times value question. It's a proportion question. So when you can identify this, then your part B won't have problem. Why? Then you know that it's quantity times value, then you just need to have your quantity times value table. So number 1, you need the quantity, which is the number of units. Then the value, in this case, is the price of each ticket. And then the total value is when you take quantity times value. How many, groups of people are there? There are 3 groups, right? Number 1, child. Number 2, adult that are less than 60 years old. Then number 3, you have adults that are more than or equals to 60. So now we already have the units. Child is 8 units. Less than 60 is 25 units. More than 60 is 15 units. So you have all this information. You should make use of it. Then the price, is 16, 17, 16 and 11 for adult. 16, don't need to put units. We'll put 16, 11, and then for child will be 7. So when you multiply, this will give you 56 units. This will give you 165 units, and 15 times 11 will give you, hold on, more than 60. 15 times 11, sorry, I put as the wrong. 25 times 16 will be 400 units. Then 15 times 11 will be 165 units. So the total, tells us the total money collected from the sales. Because this is number, which is the number of tickets, times the cost of each ticket will give you the total value of 56 units plus 400 units plus 165 units. That will give us how many units? 621. So because this is representing the total sales, right? So total sales, we know that is 5,589. So we know that 621 units stands for this amount of money received from selling. So you can find 1 unit, 5,589 divided by 621. That will give us 9. Okay, now this is the crucial part. How can we find the number of tickets? So you have to go to the correct column. Quantity tells us the number of tickets, which means that if you add up 8 units, 25 units, and 15 units, right, that will give you the number of tickets of all the 3 categories. So when you add it up, it will give you 48 units. So you must know where to get your answers. If you want to find the value from selling child's ticket, then you look for 56. If you want to know the value of selling adult tickets that is less than 60 years old, it's 400. That is for the value. But if you want to know specific number of tickets, you have to go to this column that says quantity. Okay, so this column, quantity, is important. So we add up everything, we get 48 units, right? So 48 units will be 9 times 48. Answer will be what you have gotten, which is 400. Okay, so far I see quite a number of you getting 432. Those that type in, those that didn't type, I don't know what's your answer. I will see it when I mark the work. Okay, so